In this video, we are back at world's most viral koi pond. With more than 130 million views, this is the best indoor koi pond you will ever see. I am back, guys, today with Ruedi Weber here in Switzerland. He builds koi ponds. This is his own private koi aquarium. I had many reactions on one of the videos. Today's video, I'm going to answer all of those questions. I'm going to show you the filtration room and, more important, big koi ponds above here.
But before we look at the large ponds, I will explain more about the indoor pond and the filtration system.
Finally, after 3 years, I'm back, and the first thing that I noticed is that the actual pond is bigger than I thought it was. And I have seen so much comments of you guys about the size of the pond, and some people that were commenting like it's sad for the fish, but I will get back on that later. This koi pond is actually almost 20,000 liters. The koi pond is very wide, it's deep, and it's hard to see on camera, but 20,000 liters, it has a really good filtration system that is next to this wall. It has UV light, koi food system, it has bottom drains, and there's even a boss in here together with the koi. Isn't that crazy? The owner, Ruedi, he builds ponds here in Switzerland, and as I told you in the introduction, when a customer comes to him and asks him to do a new pond project, he takes the fish, put it in here, so he can easily build a pond for the customer without the fish having to stay in a small pond. So actually, Ruedi has two ponds above here. One koi pond and one pond full with sturgeon, and one is almost 2 meters in size. It's crazy. I will show you the filter system, then we go outside. But before that, we have something really nice here. This is all the electronics that Ruedi has for his ponds above here, and also his indoor fish tank. Whenever something happens, he gets an email on his phone. If there's a power outage, if something happened with one of the systems of his ponds, so he can always act when needed. And I had a lot of questions about the humidity. Well, basement, actually it's his man cave. I mean, look at that, you want to sit here every single day, right? Here he has like a really big system, and this system takes care of the humidity. Everything stays stable here, it is really warm. The air conditioning is really good, so that's really nice.
To keep the fish healthy, the pond is filtered with a filter system, and the water is pumped around by the Oase Eco Titanium pump. With a water temperature of 20 degrees, the fish can grow up in a healthy way.
So we're now above the fish tank, the koi pond, in Ruedi's basement that is below us here. Ruedi has actually two ponds. One big sturgeon pond, that's the one we're gonna visit first, and this great koi pond. And there's some amazing high quality fish in here. But guys, look at the pond, look at the trees, the stones, everything. But I will explain you at the end of the video why there are thousands of balls in this koi pond. And I also explain why the dog loves to swim and eat all the koi food. This is actually Ruedi, his former koi pond. He put in here like 10 sturgeons, and the biggest one is like 1 meter and 80 centimeters. It's the same length as I am. So this is actually a very nice pond. He told me that in summertime he is here with his friends and family, and they especially come here to swim with the fish. It's also a deep pond. I think the deepest part here is 3 meters. And if you look closely, you can see all the big sturgeons swimming, like the albino sturgeons, and the big one, like the really big one, is on the bottom of this koi pond. And what I like of his garden is the stonework that he uses. And this garden for him is his show room to his customers here in Switzerland. Everything is handmade, and I will show you a piece of his factory where we just came from. And if you see his factory, you understand why Ruedi isn't a pond builder, but I think he's an artist.
I am impressed with Ruedi, his company. With almost 10 employees, he travels to Europe to build the most beautiful ponds and swimming pools. Ruedi selects his own stones in the mountains of Italy and then processes them in order to deliver a tailor-made product.
Normally I visit koi ponds and gardens during the spring and summer and autumn, and everything looks nice. The koi are in healthy condition. And the purpose of this visit was to show you a koi pond during the winter time when there is snow, and how do hobbyists maintain their fish and their koi pond during the winter. Well, actually guys, you guessed it right. Today it's 17 degrees Celsius, so it's really hot and it feels like spring. And that is also one of the reasons why it's really important to show you why Ruedi has these isolation balls in his pond. So it actually has two reasons. The first of all, temperatures could drop here to -8 degrees Celsius. That means you don't want to have ice in your koi pond, and these isolation balls make sure that there will be no ice on your pond. Second of all, it will keep your water temperature at a stable level. And that is something that's really important, because during the springtime, days could be warm, just like today. The nights could be very cold. That means that there's a lot of fluctuation between the water temperatures, and that could have negative influence on your koi. And just at the beginning of the season, that is actually something you want to prevent. And that is actually something really important, enjoying your garden, your pond, and healthy fish during these amazing days as today.
While enjoying a drink, we enjoy the sun, pond and the koi. But we're not the only ones. Ruedi's dog also loves the fish, and of course the fish food. They don't seem afraid to each other at all. I'm going back to Ruedi this summer to visit some of his finished projects. As I sit down in front of it, I realize for a moment what a project this pond must have been.
So guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Also, I will put a link in the description. Go visit Ruedi. He makes crazy cool projects with stones here in Switzerland, France, Italy, Austria, you name it, Germany. Go visit him. Follow him on Instagram. He has some amazing projects you should follow. And we come back this summer. We come back to Ruedi to visit some of his projects. Please let me know in the comments, what do you think of his tank in his basement, in his man cave, and what do you think of these two absolutely great koi ponds. And guys, don't forget, it's February and it's almost like spring. And look how the garden looks like. It's absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.